Not the cock flattening service. What's the story? So, okay, so things get a little complicated. I'm still not sure whether this is a sequel or not, so I'm going to give you Hollow Knight lore first. Okay, so, Hollow Knight. You're a random bug that has found a dead kingdom, and you're trying to find out what the hell happened. You very quickly find out you are not some random bug, though. You have some prior connection to the place. As you adventure through the game, you come across Hornet here, who tells you blatantly, get the fuck out, you don't know what the hell you're doing. And turns out, a while back, if bug, why how, they have big lungs. Also, and this took me a while to understand, all the bugs are people-sized. So they're not bug-sized, they are normal people-sized. Okay. They want to be dog. Understandable. Yep. And, as you explore the kingdom... Oh crap, or wolf. Yep. As you explore the kingdom, like I said, you find that you have a previous connection to the place somehow. And you find out that you are one of literally trillions of attempts at creating a Hollow Knight. What this means is, okay, so the king of the area, Hallownest, accidentally picked a fight with a god. Alright? And in order to contain this god, they needed a being that was completely hollow. No minds, no emotions, no free will, no anything. Failure to do that meant... Okay, and the reason they needed to do that was this god was going around turning everything into zombies as payment for turning away from worshipping it. Do foxes howl? No foxes laugh. We yelp and bark. Oh, okay. I've definitely seen videos of foxes yelping and laughing. It seems weird. I assume this is like a prequel or something because I saw something like, I forgive all his war crimes for Hornet on TikTok. I'm not 100% sure. Because she does say, like, pretty early on, I've lost all my power. Which could imply that in the journey from Hallownest to here, Farloom, she has lost her abilities. Which is why you've got all your stuff. Or lost all your stuff, not got all your stuff. Fuck, I really am a fox, aren't I? Yep. And it turns out, like I said, you are one of trillions of Hollow Knight attempts. There are two other notable ones. First that you come across is Hornet herself. She is the daughter of the king of the place and the queen of spiders. So she's half worm, W-Y-R-M, not worm as in the thing that crawls on the floor, but like dragon sort of worm, and half spider. How that works, we'll get into that at some other point, especially since apparently Hollow Knight's mother is a tree. So, she's a princess? She is indeed, yes. And, before her, even, though, was the Hollow Knight, who is specifically called Hollow Knight. So, you, the player, are a Hollow Knight. The Hollow Knight is an entity that already exists, if that makes sense. Like I said, you are one of literally trillions of them. Aside from the three of you, though, the rest of those trillions are super dead. Like, super dead. Like 120,000% dead. And for a while, it looked like the Hollow Knight was going to be successful at containing the power of God. Unfortunately, the king was kind to his son, and the Hollow Knight gained feelings. This allowed the Radiance, the god, to be able to possess the Hollow Knight. So, like I said, the reason that they needed it to be a genuinely hollow individual was because if there's any semblance of feelings, thought, any kind of individuality, the Radiance can forcibly take it over or infect it. He asks, "Hey TJ, how you doing?" So for eons, they've been fruitlessly trying to put a stop to this petty teenager of a god who's pissed that they aren't being worshipped. Correct. Yes. Correct. That is like 80% of it. But as you can see, they failed. In order to semi-contain it, they are able to restrict it inside the body of the Hollow Knight. After they cram it in there, the Hollow Knight is in constant pain and suffering as a result, but unconscious, trapped up, literally chained up to hell and back, and kept away, sealed behind ancient barriers. Unfortunately, these barriers are weakening very quickly. So what you have to do is, well, there's one of three things you gotta do, basically. Two options. This is because there's multiple endings. So, you got two options. First option, straight up kill the Hollow Knight. This is considered the bad ending, for a very good reason. You kill the Hollow Knight, the Radiance possesses you, and you simply take his place, and the cycle continues. So it's very Dark Souls in that regard. Alternatively, you go through and find a specific item called the Dream Nail. And what this does is it lets you examine the dreams and thoughts of other beings. This is important because at a certain point during the fight with the Hollow Knight, you use the Dream Nail on him, and instead of continuing the fight with him, you go and directly fight the Radiance. So, it's up to you. You're a bug, and your job is to kill the sun, basically. And that's the overarching story of Hollow Knight. So about combining the power of the graves here with the spiteful god sounds like it'll end really well. Yeah. Oh, and the only reason that it worked, that you, as player character Hollow Knight, are able to do the things you do, is because there's two specific power systems, I guess, for lack of a better phrase, that exist in Hollow Knight. First, hey Max, how do you feel about gummy bears? I love them. Red ones are the favorites. So two power systems, both of which are roughly equal. Oh no.
Oh, I'm a gummy beeries.
I'm a gummy beeries.
I'm a yummy tummy funny.
Hey Max, thank you, Wolf. Bye.
Cause I'm a gummy barrel. I'm a movin', groovin', jammin', singing gummy bear.
Owner Gale choose for a stream. Ooh, what are you feeling? Anyways, two power systems. The first, and this is what, essentially everything is, well, most things are kind of made out of. It's called Void, which is, like, when you see, Hornet die in this game, how she kind of explodes into a black goo, that's Void. And best way I could describe it is that it's one part hereditary and one part eldritch, like, undergod, for lack of a better phrase. Sort of like a collective consciousness sort of deal that gave birth to its own semi-deity. Alternatively, there is Soul. This is something that everything has. And as part of the efforts to initially fight the Radiance, Hallownest and the King, the Pale King, decided, okay, if the Radiance is able to beat our asses with this shit, we should probably get it as well. And, harvesting Soul works exactly as you think it does. Mass genocide. So... the betrayal I felt... Wait, hang on. I felt when I found out the green ones were strong. What? What? That can't be real. North Star lost pair. Oh, I would... Oh, Time Splitters. Damn, that is good. Nice. Huh, lies. Right? And, unfortunately, it also, by essence of... Like, the reason the Radiance is able to use Soul is because it's a part of it. So by studying soul as a power, they were inadvertently speeding along the infection that was allowing radiance to spread. Whoops. Wait, are they not Apple? Right? That was my first thought. Oh, and again, the reason that it works as player character Hollow Knight is because the Hollow Knights, plural, are supposed to be equal amounts void, equal amounts soul. That's the best way I could quickly describe it. The only one that got it right, though, was player character Hollow Knight. That was the only child that managed to be perfectly half and half. That was what allowed them to overpower the Radiance using the power of Void, while using the power of Soul to protect